Well guys, can I just say a massive thank you for all of the support on the series, and a big thanks to our patrons, Sean Hardcastle, King63C and Rivload as well. I really do appreciate all of the support, and the daily views on this is really good. If we could hit, I don't know, 15, 20 likes on this video, that would be absolutely amazing. And just keep commenting and keep giving the support, because it's amazing and it's inspiring me to keep going with it, and I'm absolutely loving this series, so thank you for that. And I tell you what, we're turning Stoke around. We're very difficult to beat at the moment, is certainly something that I can say about it, and we've had our first win in charge. Yay! Hey guys, welcome back to some more Football Manager 2018 and part 3 of Season 8. Season 8? Getting a bit ahead of myself. Season 7 of the Journeyman with Stoke City, and today we have two matches, two big home matches I would say, against Crystal Palace and Newcastle. Both teams that are, well, I mean Newcastle are a little bit above us, but Crystal Palace are in the relegation zone. If we can beat them today, then, you know, it really enhances our chances of staying up this season. So let's have a look at the last few matches since last episode, since that 2-1 defeat to Burnley, and we've went unbeaten. Disappointing 0-0 draw against Brentford. Probably should have won that game, but didn't quite get over the line. We then beat Derby County 1-0 with Danny Ings getting the goal there, and then we beat Burnley 4-1. What a turnaround that is from a few games ago. We beat them away from home, Akolo getting 2, Schneidlin getting 1, and Bandy getting the other one. And then we held Chelsea to a 0-0 draw, and I personally think we were the better side. We had some fantastic chances to actually win that game, especially I think it was Horta towards the end, hitting the post, and he should have scored, but you know, we'll definitely take a point against Chelsea, one of the bigger sides in the division. Let's have a look at squad performances. Top goal scorer is Danny Ings with 5, and then Neres with 5, Akolo up there with 4. But Seydou Berahino is the big disappointment for me. He's worth 21.5 million. He's on 110 grand a week. I think we should get rid of him. So I'm going to actually send out a little feeler message to some clubs and see if anybody comes in for him. He's definitely somebody I'm looking to move on. His contract expires at the end of next season, and he's getting on a little bit now, so it would be nice to move him on. Anyway, shall we have a look at the team for today? That's the dynamics, by the way, much better than it has been recently. Anyway, here is the team. Delgadillo will start and goal with Nissen, Wimmer, Alderweireld and Timon in defence. We've then got Barkley and Schneidlin in the midfield, with Neres and Akolo starting wide of Ings and Bandy up top. So come on lads, let's get into it. And it should hopefully be a game that we're quite capable of winning, to be honest with you. You know, it's Crystal Palace, the places below us, and we've just thrashed Burnley in the league as well, so the only thing that worries me is that it's been 3 weeks since our last competitive match, or just last match in general, which is really worrying, because all that momentum that we built up may, you know, go away. But here's Alderweireld over the bar. That was a sitter, as the little commentary thing said down below. That was a big chance for us there. Delgadillo gets it away towards Danny Ings now. Danny Ings on the ball. Alberto gets it away to Wimmer now. Wimmer to Delgadillo. Come on. Delgadillo. That's forward. Schneidlin. Now here's Akolo. Akolo. Neres. Nissen now to Ings. Ings. Can he get forward? Bandy. Oh, off the bar. And I tell you what, Bandy has looked good up top. Instead of Berahino, it's the usual substitution, because we're always hopeful that Berahino will somehow find the form that he had at West Brom, but he just hasn't, unfortunately. Interestingly, Tony Pulis, I was looking at him because he was not keeping his mouth shut about matches, And when he left West Brom, they actually made him director of football, which is something that Arsenal usually do with Arsene Wenger. So it's quite a cool feature, actually. And it's nice to know that it's not just scripted for Arsene Wenger. You know, you've got Tony Pulis at West Brom as well. He was director of football. He's not now. We tried to sign him, but he wants too many wages. I think that would maybe be a good signing at the end of the season. Maybe with our new staff budgets and what have you, we can maybe try and bring in Tony Pulis as director of football, and I think that would really, really help take us to the next level and get us into the top half. I'm confident of a strong finish to this season, and maybe finishing up in the upper echelons of mid-table, because I think our run-in is alright. You know, we are playing 3 of the top 6 in the next few matches, but after that it's not too bad. Obviously we've got these home games that we should really be winning, but we're not making enough chances at the moment. And although I was singing Bandy's praises before, he's going to come off now for Berahino, and I tell you what, we'll bring on Juan Pai as well up top. So we'll swap these two around. We'll play Juan Pai as the poacher, and Neres not having a good game either. So a bit problematic is that going forward we don't seem very good, but defensively we have been quite solid recently. So that is something that we can be quite happy with. But hopefully going into next season we can bring in some new attacking players, which should really help us out. I think I'm going to put Juma on the right midfield there. We'll see what he can do. We've got 10 minutes to go. We're still on counter actually, which is probably why we haven't been making the chances. I put it on a counter for the match against Chelsea, as you do, and yeah, well, we're gonna try this 4-2-3-1. We'll play him as a deep line playmaker, him as an advanced playmaker, and then 2 inside forwards, right and left of him. Delgadillo gets it away. Alberto makes a mistake. I tell you what, that could have been a chance there. Petroli now to Sacco to Duarte. Now to Petroli to Sacco again. Can we close them down here? Vimmer now to Barkley, but that was poor. That was poor from Ross Barkley. Alberto now to Ramadan. That's forward to Jones. This is a chance, and it's a good save by Delgadillo. What a player he is. You know, he was a bit disappointing at first when we came to the club, but he's come along leaps and bounds in the last few games. Really pulling off some world-class saves. Here's Juma now to Berahino. We're on the counter-attack here. Berahino yet again balks at the chance, and that's just not good. I mean, it's been a terrible game. If you look at the stats, there's only been 2 shots on target, which is really, really terrible. It might even be 1. Yeah, 1 shot on target the whole game. Here's Juan Pai, gets it forward, and I think it's going to be another 0-0. It is. We are the 0-0 specialists at the moment, but it's another point towards that target of 40, I guess, and we'll say that they were unlucky, just to keep that morale up, and hopefully we'll now find our goal-scoring boots against Newcastle. Right guys, Seda wasn't very happy that we tried to sell him to other clubs, so we've had to say, we won't sell you, I promise, but if we get an offer in, he's going, I think even sort of 18, 15 million even, I would let him go, you know, for his years of service here. He's probably a fan favourite. He's certainly a leader in the dressing room. Is he a fan favourite? No. And that's because he's never really had a good season there. You know, if you look at his career, this was his best season. 16 and 38 is still not, you know, brilliant. It's good, but it's not brilliant, and he's tailed off since then. Only 3 in 20 starts this season. So, you know, I think his time is coming to an end. How's he been doing for England? 7 goals in 37 caps, so not very good for them either. But we have made a couple of changes. Mina comes in at central defence as Vimmer's injured. And we've also brought in Berahino up top to partner Danny Ings, and just see how it goes against Newcastle today. It is very important. I will go attacking once we get into the match. We'll just give them a false sense of security that we're going to go and counter-attack very early on, and then switch it to attacking, because that's what I meant to do, but forgot to do it in between matches. So, yeah, another thing to update you on. It's kind of related to the Patreon, but if you're not aware, we'll watch this highlight that's over the bar. Just before Christmas and on Christmas Day, we got over £250 in donations, which, you know, is all going towards the channel. I've went and I've bought a green screen, which you might have already seen on the channel, because I'm recording these quite far in advance. I've bought a green screen, £130. I know that's a lot of money, but it does exactly what I wanted to do. It's sort of collapsible and easy to store, which is something that I'll need with 4 cats in the house and stuff like that. So yeah, we've bought a green screen. We've also bought a pop filter, so it'll hopefully increase the, I don't know, quality of the audio in the videos, and hopefully that's good. But we've still got around about, I think it was 80 quid, or yeah, 80 quid or so to spend of the donation money. So if you guys would like to see anything sort of improved on the channel, let me know down in the comments to this video, and we'll definitely have a look at investing that money. So yeah, a big thank you to any of you guys who have donated anything or have left a like or whatever, because it makes this possible. And you know, I now make probably about over £50 a month on average, which is, you know, so much different to this time last year. We were making, I don't know, £4 or £5 a month, and you know, we've grown so much in that time, and consistent viewership from you guys and stuff. It means the world. So thank you very much, and it is a big help, that money. I am going to Florida in the summer with the missus for our 21st, and you know, it's a lot of money, and it's got to be said that money from YouTube is really helping. That being said, any donations are going towards channel improvements, but my actual earnings from YouTube is going towards me holiday. So a massive thank you for anybody that sits and watches adverts or whatever on the video. And I know they're annoying. You know, I know myself, when I watch videos, 9 times out of 10 I'll skip it. So I'm not saying I expect you to watch it, but if you do, a big thanks, because it really does help me out. So yeah, anyway, back to this match. We're 1-0 down at the moment. It really hasn't been a good performance so far. Newcastle seem to be a little bit all over us, which is rather concerning. Holgate now into Marino, and it's 2-0 to Newcastle within 40 minutes, and this is the worst we've been for a long time. You know, we've been very defensively sound generally in the most recent matches. Mason Holgate getting into the middle, and what a shot from Marino. You know, like, Newcastle have scored 2 good goals. So, you know, I'm not really complaining about that, but I'd like us to get back into the game. That was a chance, and we've bottled 2 chances there. Danny Ings, the main one. Oh dear, now here's Felipe into the middle. It's 3-0. Oh, this is interesting. This has completely changed our sort of outlook on the rest of the season now, because this brings us back into relegation danger. 3-0 down at half-time at home, which is really not good. And, I mean, Mina has come into the side. Maybe it was Vimmer holding together the defence. And all of a sudden, now that we've broke that central defensive partnership, you know, things are going wrong. Shall we take Mina off and put in Carter Vickers? I think that's the move we're going to have to make, just to try and improve this a little bit. Berahino again not performing. It is a worry. It is a big worry, because our firepower is relying solely on Danny Ings, which isn't something which should be happening, to be quite honest with you. Just put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Very unprofessional, Joe. for doing that. You know, something down in the comments. Be more professional, Joe. Here's Felipe. Here's Manji. Felipe again, and it's Manji, and it's Lookman, and he's got a hat-trick, and it's 4-0 within 55 minutes of this game. It's game over. You know, 3-0. We get a goal back straight after half-time. The comeback's still on. We're now 4-0 down. Lookman's got a hat-trick. Delgadillo, a bit questionable in that instance, but I don't think he's been the worst player today. But we've got 30 minutes to turn this around here and just maybe get a couple of consolation goals. Don't bother conceding anymore. Regain your discipline, and it's going to be 5. Oh, good save, I think. No, it was over the bar. I must have hit the top of the net. That is tough. That is tough. Tough to take. Holgate, and Delgadillo comes out, but Newcastle are a top 10 side, but we have been doing better against them. Ings is going to have to come off. Schneidlin, I guess, comes off as well. I mean, you know, looking at the stats, I don't think we've been 4-0 outplayed. I think maybe 3-2 or, you know, 4-2, something like that. Perhaps, but 4-0 is a little bit harsh on us. But we haven't took our chances, and that's something that, you know, we can't really make excuses for. You know, if you don't take your chances, you're not going to win. It's as simple as that. And it's going to be 5-0 now. Felipe in behind the defence. Great save by Delgadillo, though. Here's Nissen, gets it forward. Oh, dear me. And, you know, this raises serious question marks. And after a promising run of form, it's now being brought back down to earth. We do have a game in hand, so we can pull away from that relegation zone, but we have been pulled back in from this game, and it makes the Crystal Palace game look a lot worse. You know, when you can't win those types of games, it's more, you're looking at it as 2 points lost rather than a point gained. And, you know, 4-0 in this game really doesn't help us. So, shall we have a look at when we are going to come back? Let's have a little look. So, we've finished the Newcastle game, and then we're playing Bournemouth, Tottenham, Liverpool and Man United, and I'll come back for the final 2 games of the season. I might as well play the 4 in between. I don't think, touch wood, we're going to be too near the relegation zone at the end, but we have got 3 very tough matches coming up where you'd expect defeats in all of them. But if we can get something out of them, you never ever know. So, if you have enjoyed that episode, make sure you do leave a like down below. It really does mean a lot for me. It really does help out the channel as well. And hopefully, one of the next times you see us, it might be a green screen behind us, and everything will be different, and you'll question where on earth you are. But yeah, subscribe if you'd like to see more. Remember the Patreon and the donations if you want to. The links are down in the description. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.